Come on in. Y'all already know what time it is. It's Grievance Sunday. Y'all come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Y'all know how we do it. Welcome, 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 everyone. For those of you who have not had the pleasure of joining us on Grievance Sunday, I want to welcome each and every one of you. Don't forget to hit the like and the share button, please. Make sure you share it with your friends because I know there's someone that's going through something and missing a loved one. I just want to thank you all so much for joining me tonight. And for our new people here, welcome, welcome, and blessings to everyone. Um, Grievance Sunday. I started this now. I think we've been doing this maybe about a month, y'all. So if y'all see me look over, that's because I'm running two screens, okay? That way, that part, and in that order. Um, Grievance Sunday is where we come together. This has been our therapy. It has truly been a help for not just me, but for everyone that joins us, is to share happy memories, good times about the people that we have lost, the people that have gained their wings. Even though they're not here in the flesh, they will always be with us in spirit. Hello, everybody. How's everybody's Sunday going? Hello, hello. Hi. Thank you for sharing, Valerie. And y'all make sure I am writing down names of the people that is sharing. Please share because I will be giving away merchandise, prizes, money, different things of that nature. So y'all make sure y'all share and make sure you also hit that like button for me. I appreciate everything that y'all do. Well, welcome to Grieving Sunday. I'm running a little behind. I apologize for that, but baby, let me tell y'all, last night, honey, we had a good time. Hi, Candace. Hey, Mary's child. Wait a minute, y'all. Hey, Kate Robertson. Let's see. Wait a minute. I don't be acting like that thing. Come on here. Sheila. Diane. Oh, this thing want to act stupid. Valerie. Tangela. Lakeisha. Jewel. Hey, my boo. Tasha. All right, y'all come on in. If I miss your name, then you say hello again. And when I look over, I'm gonna catch you because you know I don't like to miss nobody. Hey, Connie, how you doing? Hey, Sharon. Welcome, welcome, and everybody over here on my YouTube channel. Please say hello so that I know that you are here. Come on in here and say hello to me. We're gonna have a good time like we always do. Hey there, Lena. Yes, y'all come on in. Y'all make now over here. Y'all know I like to see my thumbs up, my hearts, and hugs and all that stuff. Keep that stream going. If your thumb get tired, somebody else gonna take up where you left off. So let's get that stream going over there. How you doing, Audrey? Oh, my heart said, yeah, go. There y'all go. Don't y'all better quit playing with girl. Quit playing with girl. So y'all, let me tell y'all, we had a very, very marvelous night on last night. We were celebrating a birthday. Thank you, Rika. We were celebrating a birthday, but unfortunately, as we were celebrating a life, someone lost their life. So for all of you all that know any events with the Nesbits, that's my cousin. Please, y'all go over there and show her some love because she need it right now. Please send some prayers for her family because she's been really going through. Her family is going through it. Stepfather is not doing well, and she lost her cousin last night. So she's been really going through it and taking it hard, and she want to get home. So we're gonna talk about that later. But can somebody tag any events with the Nesbits because I need a hub in here. So y'all get those prayers going out, and it was just very tragic. And like I said, we lose people, so that was very unfortunate. So that has my heart kind of heavy because when she hurt, I hurt. We are a very close knit family. We might go through our things, but we gonna work it out, and that's how it should be because you never know when your time is coming. So if you can make it right, then make it right. Because family is all you got, whether it's blood related. Yeah, thank you, Candace. Candace, you want it, baby. Tag that girl and tell her to get on up in here. We need her up in here. Because, we all have things that we have to get done, but she really need to get home. So I'm going to put her cash app up later on, and I'm going to have it up all through the week. So if y'all can make a blessing of a donation to her, please do at this time so we can see if we can try to help get her home. She need to go home. She really, really needs to get home to see about her family and stuff, and she, maybe that'll help her feel a little bit better as well, because right now she just not, she ain't feeling it, y'all. So, with that being said, anyways, when the neighbors, we need you over here. Tell her again, Candace. Hey, Michelle, how y'all doing? Y'all, I gotta get this thing set up on this side, the stream, y'all, so you can join me. But you can also put your thoughts on the people that you're missing that has gone on home. Please share your stories over here. I definitely want to hear your stories about people that you miss and that you love. And over here, if you would like to come on and you have somebody you want to talk about, please hit that button down there. Hey, Charisma, that's my girl. Hey, my baby, how you doing? So hit that button and I will bring you on, because I want to hear your stories as well. Now, I don't want y'all just be listening to my stories all the time, because honey, I lost some people that was very near and dear to me. But this has truly been my therapy. It has really been my therapy, and it helps me now. Last week it was really kind of rough, and my son, of course, was very close to any of his within his with Micah. He was, and I think he was trying to tell me stay close to her mama, because something about to happen. Because y'all on the way to that party, I'm gonna tell y'all. And this is no lie, Auntie gonna tell y'all the same thing when I get back over there. Because y'all know I've been staying on there with Auntie, because Auntie been going through some things herself, and then her chest been having hurting and stuff. And so I gotta keep my eyes on my baby and make sure she good. Because if she gotta go to that hospital, I'm gonna be right there and I'm gonna take her. If they gotta keep her, I'm gonna be right there with her. I ain't leaving her. That way, that part, and in that order. Okay, let's start off. Lisa says, I miss my husband of 43 years. I lost him to lung cancer. Now I'm starting the Kevin Clark Hope Foundation. That is so awesome, Lisa. A lot of times when we lose people, um, when we do things to keep, we do start things to keep things in their memory, for their memory of them, it helps us a lot. For me, when I lost my son, all I could do was just go hard with this. All I could do, I walked in all in that purpose, honey. I sat down in it and molded myself in my purpose when I lost my son, and that helped me a whole lot. So that was my way of keeping him alive, keeping his spirit alive, making me feel better. Thank you, Tabitha, for the stars. Okay, wait a minute. We got Kate Robertson. I lost my older sister 1 year today. Very sad day for me. I'm so sorry. We're sending prayers and condolences up for you. Oh, that we have someone that wants to come on. Why is it doing that? Wait a minute. I'm in the wrong thing. There we go. Come on in, Tabitha. I sent you the invite. Please accept. And I see I got some people over here on my YouTube channel. Please say hello so I know who you are. Come on in here, y'all. Tabitha, go ahead and accept, baby. I'm letting you in here. Come on, baby. Yvonne Bester said, I miss my mom. She was a wonderful person to us all. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Thank you. It's popping. Make sure to thank y'all. Y'all hear Candace, and make sure to hit that like and the share button. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and the share button. We gotta get them likes and shares up. Did you get your invite, sweetheart? You can't hear me, Yvonne. Go out and come back in, sweetheart. Go out and then come back in. That should fix that problem. Yes, y'all. I have lost so many people. So as we wait, I guess it didn't do so. Let me see if I can bring you in this way, sweetie. Hold up. Let me go back. Maybe I can bring you in this way. It was last name was Slack Tabitha. Let's see. Okay, I sent you another invite, Tabitha. Come on in, baby. Come on in. But as we wait, we're gonna keep this thing going as we wait. Okay. Okay. Well, to talk about someone that I truly miss. Thank you, Alice. Thank you so much. Which is my brother. Even though he was my baby brother, y'all, he thought he was my big brother. Okay, he really did. And if you can't hear me, Juanita, go out, come back in. Can everybody else hear me? Is anybody having any problems hearing me? My husband left the day before my birthday. Now I can aid and assist patients that is battling cancer. That is awesome, Lisa. For some reason, it canceled it out. I don't know why. You know, Mel be doing some strange things for a piece of change, but we can always find a way around it. We ain't got time to play with it. Now that is awesome. I'm loving that. My brother, you can hear me just fine, Sharon. Thank you. So yeah, so if you can't hear me, go out and come back in. Okay, Candace says she can hear me. Hey, Jewel, I love you, girl. So y'all, my brother was my best friend. My brother was not only my brother, but he was a mentor to a lot of people, to everybody, the whole family, friends, everybody. He was a counselor, and he carried that title very well. Because I don't care, whatever you had a problem with, it can be, oh, we call him the relationship advisor. He was real good with that. He was good in so many ways with that. And there was a lot of times that we was having any problems. If you was having, definitely if you was having a relationship problem, he was gonna tell you how to get that thing back on track. He was gonna tell you how to get your mate back to paying attention to you, baby. He was an expert in it. And my brother was my best friend. We were very, very close. We went through a lot of things as children. And I think that bond even made us even closer. Um, he thought he could protect me from anything, but I was big sister, okay? And he always had my back, and I always had his. That's for sure. I miss him so much. He was a handsome young man. He was very tall. He's real, real tall. Always dressing real sharp, stayed smelling good, you know. And he would always call me and say, sis, I need you to pray for me. I say, okay. Me and my brother, we would talk for hours. We talked every day. We had to talk several times a day. We wouldn't go on without talking to each other. We never missed a day. You know, even when I moved out of town, my brother would still come and see me. And especially on my birthday or a special event, my brother showed up. And that meant a lot to me. Um, his baby girl, I call her my mini me, y'all. She looks identical to me and she has all of my attitude. Hello, everybody on here. So if I don't say your name, that's because I don't want to get off track. It's not because I don't see you, okay? I want to stay on track, okay? I love y'all. And before my brother left here, a lot of things that he wanted to accomplish, he did. He wanted to make my mom proud. Even though she was already proud of him, he just felt like he needed to do a little bit more. He wanted that relationship with my mom because of the things that we went through as children. We had a traumatic childhood. Um, my mother, she did everything that she could do, but you know, some things still happen. But I feel like God allows a lot of things to happen because He's building you and molding you for the purpose of your calling. He already has a plan for you. We just don't know what it is at that time, but soon you'll find out what it is. But the things that we went through, it did not make us weaker. It actually made us stronger and made us closer. So he would always tell me, sis, you got a pure heart, keep that. He said, you're going to get all the things that you deserve in life. He said, hold on, it's coming. This is what he told me the day before he passed away. I said, my brother, I feel that. I said, but I also feel something else that I don't like. He said, what's that, sis? I said, I feel like you're trying to leave me. I said, we had this talk before. Don't leave me. You're supposed to be with me a long time. He said, oh, sis, go on with that. You're going to be just fine. You know, I was like, no, he'll call me back. He said, oh, I got something else I got to tell you that you really need to know. And he just kept giving me all this information. I truly believe that they know they're going to go home before they leave here. And I feel like he truly had made up his mind. And right before he passed away, he would call me so excited because he had been in this real bad car accident. And he was about to start therapy because he could not walk. He was in a wheelchair. And I said, brother, you're going to be able to walk again? He said, that's not what it is. He said, sis, God has been truly showing me some things. He said, I know that I've been talking to angels. And I was like, really? He was like, yeah. He said, let me tell you what happened today. And he would be so excited to tell me about his day or what happened. And on one of those occasions, he had a doctor's appointment. And the insurance, something was going on with his insurance. And before the doctors would even see him, he had to have a certain amount of money. And he told me about this woman that came from out of nowhere. He said, sis, now, the money that I had to have for those doctors to see me, it was a lot of money. He said, but this lady said, no, y'all gonna see him today. How much? I'm gonna pay the whole bill. Michelle said, do you mind if I come on and tell them about I bring you back your way? I don't mind, Michelle. Just remind me before we get finished, and I'll definitely will let you do that, sweetheart. Hey, Shonda. And he was just so amazed. He said, wow. Because at one time, my brother was so angry. He was angry with God. He was just angry. Because he had been through so much. He didn't understand, but I had to break it down to him and explain it to him. Hey, Annette, thank you. Thank you for showing me some love on my YouTube page, baby. I love you. Girl, stay on this side, right? And so he said, wow, I see what you be talking about now, sis. When you talk about God so much, he said, because I thought God didn't love me. I said, yes, he do love you. He always loved you. I said, you just couldn't see it because the enemy didn't want you to see just how powerful and how awesome you are. I said, but God has never left your side. I said, even with the accident, he said, I know. He gave me time to get some things together. Thank you, Chandra, for the stars, baby. He said he gave me some time to get some things together. Because he was supposed to leave in an accident, and I will never forget that day. That night, I felt something, and I just began to pray. And when I went to work the next day, I just found myself just praising God as I'm walking up and down the aisles, picking supplies. That's what my job consisted of. I worked for Piedmont, and I used to pull the supplies for the different hospitals. And I just couldn't get the praise out of my heart. And I just was praising God the whole while, and then the Holy Spirit just took over. And one of my coworkers, I said, "Ooh, I don't know what this is." I said, "But I just can't. I feel like I'm intercessing for somebody right now." She said, "Baby, don't you stop that Holy Ghost." She said, "You go on in that bathroom and get it out." She said, "You go on in that bathroom and you shout and you give God all the praise." Hi, beautiful Blossom. How you doing, baby? Thank you for joining. And I said, okay, I was obedient. And I went in that bathroom and I just let God have his way with me. So the next day, my mom calls me and says, your brother was in a bad car accident yesterday. I said, what time was it when this accident happened? And we didn't find about it till the next day because that's when his wife decided she was going to call us. Maybe she thought everything was going to be okay, but it was a bad accident. It was very bad. And my mama told me the time, and I said, Mom, that's the time I was standing in the gap for my brother. We were so close. If I had a pain or I was going through something, my brother could feel it. This is how close we were. And vice versa. If he was going through something, I could feel it. So I felt that, and at that moment when he was having that accident, God had me interceding for him. So as time went by, and I went to see him at the hospital, I just did everything to keep from breaking down. And as we were sitting there, they gave him some medicine. And so he started saying some weird stuff, y'all. Okay, y'all pay attention to this story that I'm telling y'all now. He went to saying some weird stuff, and I'm like, first I thought he was tripping, like my mama thought he was tripping. But then he said something, because me and my brother, we were so close, child, we could be in a room full of people, and we had our own language. We could have a whole conversation in the room with a room full of people, and they would not know what we were talking about. But we would know what each other was talking about. We would communicate that way. So he said something that gathered my attention. And not only did it gather my attention, it shook that anointing that God had already placed on my life, that I felt it had been laying dormant for a second because I was going through some things. And my brother knew before he left here, he had to wake that up. Because he knew I was going to need it, because he knew to lay ahead for me. So he had to wake that up. And he said something. And I looked at him. And the person, Dr. Lee, as y'all remember, said, he went to say something. Y'all ever seen a person have a conversation with you, but he's talking to two different people at the same time, but having two different conversations, but he's speaking all at once? Some of y'all might know what I'm talking about. So me and Dr. Lee, we looked at each other, and we looked at my mom, and I said, oh no, he ain't tripping. I said, I know exactly what he's saying. I said, brother, I get the message. And when he started to speak, I paid attention. See, y'all can't tell me that God ain't real, because I know he is. Y'all can't tell me that angels don't exist, because I know they do. And how he was talking, see, somebody else would have thought he was talking out of his mind. I said, no, he got good sense. I understand every word he said. And when we got ready to leave, he told me to step out the room, because he needed to say some things to Dr. Lee. I said, okay. He said, sis, I'm going to come stay with you. I said, come on. I said, as long as they can get you up them steps, you can come stay with me. My house is always open. I said, you got somewhere to go. So when Dr. Lee come out, I said, what's wrong? I said, now some strange things going on around here. And everybody like that, they don't want to talk to me. Dr. Lee said, that's between me and him. I can't tell you what he said. And I said, okay. By this time, I didn't know that I was beginning to go through a spiritual awakening. My Lord. See, I was trying to tell you about my loved one, but God taking me somewhere else right now. He's taking me somewhere else right now. Like I said, my brother and I always had my back, and I always had his. And he was not going to let me sleep on them gifts. He was not going to let me sleep on my mission. He was not going to let me sleep on my assignment. He wanted to make sure that I was prepared for what was about to come. He knew that I was going to take a loss, but I was going to be able to stand up and not fall. That I was going to be able to bend but not break. He knew. He said, sis, hold on. He said, you just like Auntie. He said, you love on everybody. He said, you're always praying for people. He said, your spirit is pure. He said, don't ever change that. He said, they gonna come for you, sis. I said, who gonna come for me? He said, you'll see. He said, they want you. But you can't break, sis. Don't you ever change. Don't you change sides. I said, I won't. He said, everything you thought you wanted, God is going to give it to you. He said, and then some. And as he began to talk about my boys, because I said, I'm worried about my children. He said, don't worry about them. God got them too. And he said, your oldest son, he gonna do such and such. And he spoke on my middle boy. But the way we talk, I told you we understand each other's language. He was letting me know that everything was gonna be fine, but that one wasn't gonna always be there. But that I was about to serve and walk in my purpose, and that was gonna push me. He said, don't get off track, sis. And I'll never forget I had started this job, and it hadn't been long before my father had passed away. And this butterfly would come to me. And when my father passed, my brother sent me this beautiful blue and black butterfly. Y'all pay attention. So I said, bro, he said, what is this? I said, every day this butterfly come rolling up to me every day at the same time on my break. I said, I think this daddy come to let me know everything gonna be all right. He said, it is. I said, okay. So I noticed the conversation started to get a little strange because every day my brother said, oh sis, I forgot to tell you this. I need you to listen to me and listen to me carefully. And he would tell me what I needed to do with each one of my children, especially my baby boy. My baby boy would be at the house taking care of my brother. Seeing about my brother. And my brother said, sis, do you remember me telling you about them people in the hospital? And I said, mm-hmm. He said, well, they've been coming to mama's house. I said, no. He said, yeah. He said, I told them, I'm not giving you my soul. I'm not signing my soul over to the devil. He said, I told them, y'all do whatever y'all want to do to me. If you're going to kill me, you kill me. And that's it. I know some of y'all might think I'm crazy. Some of y'all probably think he's crazy too, but he would. So he had this conversation with me about my son, the baby boy. And I knew then that he wanted me to ask him some questions when the time came. Because I said, why is he focusing on that one? He said, just talk to him. So I asked my son, after my brother passed away, I said, hey, did anybody come to visit bro while you was there? Your uncle? He said, yeah. He said, they would always wait till grandmama left, and I don't know how they got in, mama. I said, well, what did they say? He said, I don't know, because they were whispering in his ear. He said, oh, let me study. I said, oh, okay. So this particular morning, as my brother was saying, I changed my mind. Sis, I'm not going to come there. I'm going up north. I said, what? We're talking crazy. Why was you going to go move away so far away from me? And I can't get to you. We ain't never been that far away from each other. But when he said he was going home, he said, because I'm tired of this world. He said, I don't let it all go. He said, God has been showing me some things. He showed me some beautiful things, sis. And my brother had this going. I said, boy, you look like one of those prophets sitting on top of the mountain. Yeah. He said, pay attention and keep your eyes open at all times. Hey, Ellen. So this particular morning, as he called me back, and I could feel it in my spirit that my brother was trying to leave me. I said, boy, I'm going to call you back because I don't want to hear that crazy mess you talking. So the next morning, I got up and we was talking about my brother, and I was telling my friends, I was telling everybody about the butterfly. How the butterfly would just keep on coming to me, y'all. The same butterfly. Mm-hmm. And I said, I've been calling my brother all day long, and he ain't answering my phone. He always answers his phone, but I need to talk to him. So I went to that. Let me back up a little bit. My son has a lot of gifts like me, my baby boy. All three of my children, all three of them. My baby boy said, "Mama," he just out of nowhere. He just came in and his eyes was full of tears. He said, "Mama, I gotta go home. Call somebody, anybody, call grandmama, tell her come and get me. I gotta go home." And I said, "You don't want to go to your new school? You don't want to stay with me?" He said, "It's not that, Mama, but they need me. I got to go." He could feel it. He knew. I said, "It's gonna be all right, baby. Come on, we going to the new school." So the next day, when I was getting ready to go enroll my son, my baby boy, in school, we just was talking about my brother, and we was talking about the butterfly. And I said, "I've been calling him, he ain't answering." So I go to the school and I'm telling people about the butterfly. My son's new teachers about the butterfly. I called my mom and I said, "Why Junior ain't answering the phone?" She said, "Oh, something wrong with his phone, baby. But I'm going to the house in a minute to fix him some lunch." I said, "Okay." And he wasn't going to leave here till he saw that middle child. That's the one that passed away. When he saw him, that's when he calls everything all right now. My nephews, I got to see them. And he said, "The way they love on me," he said, "brought tears to my eyes. I never knew that God would show me such things as he's been showing me, miracles and wonders." So as I was telling one of the teachers about we were standing outside and I'm waiting on my ride, I was telling her about the butterfly. As I'm telling her about the butterfly, now keep in mind my job is on the other side of town. This butterfly came, that same butterfly that I had been talking about. And I said, "That a butterfly go right there?" And she looked and she said, "Wow." She said, "I got goosebumps on my arms right now." She said, "You were just talking about that butterfly." She said, "You described it to the T and that butterfly go." But before that, I had this dream. And in the dream was my father who's already gained his wings. And it was something he kept saying, "Go ask your auntie what this means. Go ask your auntie." And that very aunt that I have, I asked, I said, "Auntie, you in my dream, and Dad told me to ask you something." I said, "He told me to ask you what this dream means. So, Auntie, I need you to tell me." She said, "Well, was your daddy by himself or was he with someone in the dream?" I said, "He was with somebody in the dream." And she said, "That means that they're coming to get someone." I said, "Well, I hope they ain't coming to get me because I ain't told nobody I'm ready to go. No way. And I, Lord, you know it ain't my time to go. So I hope they ain't come. Don't y'all come and trying to get me." You know, and I laughed it off and I called my mom. And I said, "Mama," I told her about that dream and I told her what Auntie said. I said, "Well, who they coming to get?" My mama said, "Well, I don't know. It was my brother." And my daddy was letting me know that everything was going to still be all right. So when that butterfly came, it didn't fly to me the way it usually do. That butterfly flew on up to the heavens. And it was at that moment that I knew something was not right. I knew that it was a message that I was about to be delivered a message that I wasn't prepared for. At least I thought I wasn't prepared for it. But my brother made sure he prepared me for that message and everything that was going to start to come after that. My phone rang. My sister was crying and she said, "Our brother is unresponsive." I said, "What you mean?" Usually that's when I would go in a heavy prayer and say, "Lord, please don't let him go. Please don't take him, Lord." But I didn't because I remember what my brother's wishes were. He didn't want to be here. He was okay. He said it. He had done his party and he was ready to go home. He was tired of this world. He said it was time for him to go. I didn't want to go against that. I just lost it. I lost it right outside. I'll never forget that day. And they calmed me down. They came outside because, honey, I was through. I said, we just was talking about him. And so my friend that I was in the car still talking about that butterfly, she came to pick me up. I was waiting on her. All of a sudden, y'all, and this is true, I can, y'all, one day I have her on my live, and I'll bring this up and she will tell you. It started storming, y'all. It started storming out of nowhere. And as it started storming, she pulls up. I'm getting ready to get in her car, and all of a sudden, I see this butterfly. The same butterfly that he always shows me. Because I used to tell my brother that I was transformed into a butterfly. That was our thing. I said, I might be in my cocoon stage now, but I'm about to transform into a butterfly, brother. He said, you are that butterfly, sis. You've been through so many rough transformations in it, and now you are that butterfly, and look how beautiful you are. When I saw that butterfly, that same one, I said, wow. I said, brother, now I don't know how this butterfly was able to fly through this storm and rain everywhere. It never touched that butterfly. It never touched that butterfly. And I said, brother, did you come and tell me goodbye? I said, I love you too. And it landed on my friend's door where I was about to get into the car. It landed there and it sat there and it flapped its wings. And I asked her, I said, do you see this? She said, yes, I see it. They didn't flew away. And everywhere I would look, and when I would, my heart would ache for my brother, because that was my best friend. See, I thought that I thought that pain that I felt when I lost my daddy, and I was almost about to grieve myself to death. Every death hits different. I never thought that I would lose a sibling, especially one that I was so close to. I was like, wow. Everywhere I looked, there was that butterfly. That butterfly was saying, it's gonna be okay, sis. Everywhere I look, butterflies. Whether I have some pictures now where I would go in and I would talk to the people in family. Now they would love to see me because I always would make them feel better. That's what they say. And I would tell them about the butterfly. And they had lost someone and they would say, look, you talking about butterflies? Well, let me show you. They would show me their butterfly tattoos. I never forget, I was working, started this job, and I had to take a lift. And this was right after my brother's passing. And the lift driver, he was telling me about a friend that he lost in a strange story of the events that happened and how his friend was gone, but his friend was communicating with him. And I was inside the lift, but I wasn't paying attention at first. But then I began to pay attention. Do y'all not know that lift car was full of butterflies? He said his daughter decorated his car. But that was a message to me. Sis, everything gonna be all right. I done made it home and I'm happy. I'm not suffering. I'm not hurt. I'm here to watch over you. And everything that my brother told me was going to happen started to manifest right before my eyes. And everywhere I go, I would see those butterflies. Whenever I would feel sad, I would see a butterfly, same color. Whenever my brother wanted me to see a message, he sent me a butterfly. I got a video of my brother. I feel somebody trying to come in my life. And I said, now, my brother, I would tell anybody, now, I can't talk to you until my brother meets you. Because if my brother tell me not to talk to you, that you ain't the right man for me, I'm not even going to waste my time. My brother got to meet you. That was mandatory. Because my brother could see through people. He was going to tell you if they was right, and he was going to tell you if they was wrong. He was going to tell you just what you needed to know. He ain't never lied. He ain't never lied. So I said, bro, I wasn't sure about this because this dude trying to talk to me. I don't know about this. I need a sign. Do y'all not know that same butterfly came and sat down beside me, baby, for about 45 minutes? One of my neighbors came by and said, I've never seen a butterfly do that. Butterflies don't usually come to people like that, or they don't think they flutter around. But that butterfly, I've been to so and I done came back, and that butterfly still right there with you, giving me comfort, saying, you know the answers. This is your test. This is your journey. You got this. I can't do it for you, but you got this. But ever since that moment in that hospital, when my brother was speaking to me and everybody thought he was losing his mind, and that's when my anointing came back because he was laying dormant. I couldn't see. I was not having dreams. It all came back because he knew I had to be on guard. He knew I had to see what was coming and be able to handle this spiritual warfare along with walking in my calling and walking in my gifts. That is my story that I wanted to share. There's so many things, and my brother was a light for us all, and we truly, truly miss him a lot. He would make us laugh, and he was going to be there. When my son was going through that court case, he said, tell him, don't plead. I said, well, who you know? He said, don't worry about it, I got it. I don't care where my mama was. I said, Mama, you know your son got eyes on you. He know what time you get home. He know where you done been and everything else. My children the same way. They always got eyes on me. Even now. No matter where I go, somebody know. He wanted to make sure his mama was safe at all times. And I was so glad that they fixed their relationship. Because she loved her son, but they just misunderstood each other. And I had to tell him, I said, look, God gave us a wonderful mama. I said, we might not have understood then, but I understand now. I said, baby, mama prepared us for this world. I said, think about it. I said, but mama went through a lot of things herself. I said, ain't that she didn't love us because she loves us, baby. I said, name one time mama ain't came in the crunch and mama that went overboard for her children. I said, but then when it was time for us to stand up for ourselves, she didn't hold our hands. She let us go through some things so we'll know how to be able to handle some things as adults and in this world, because she knew this world is not full of good people. And she wanted us to be tough enough to be able to deal with whatever came our way. He said, sis, you're right. I never looked at it like that. She didn't baby us. We have to prepare our children for this world because we know that it's rough out here. And they got to be ready for any and everything. And that's why when people ask me, I love my butterflies. Me and my brother would talk about the butterfly because I was going through a lot and I had many more transitions to go through. So he knew I would recognize that it was him in the form of the butterfly. So that's what he did. God is so marvelous. And it prepared me for this right here. I never thought that I would be speaking to you all like this, but it was one of my dreams, one of my goals, to be able to reach people all around the world, to change lives, to help someone. Everything that I told God I want, I see it manifested. My life has changed. And it's changed for the better. I don't want for nothing. God has been so good to me. He has just been, I just can't even describe it. I talked to one of my friends that I used to work with, and she said, Diamond, you always been wonderful. She said, Diamond, I remember when I would go through something, she said, I didn't care who it was. She was telling Auntie this. She said, Auntie, Diamond will pull you in that bathroom and go praying for you. She'll pray for you right there on the spot. She said, God has always shown Diamond favor. She said, everything that Diamond is getting right now, she deserves it. She know what I've been through. She was there. So when people, that's why I tell you, stop being upset with what people got. Because you don't know why they got it and how they got it. You don't know what they had to go through. You don't know. So when you see God blessing one of his children, be glad, be happy, be thankful, and just know that God is real, and the same way he do it for them, he'll do it for you. You just have to be obedient and hold on to your faith and stand strong. And you cannot break. The wind may blow and you might bend just a little bit, but you cannot break. And just know that whatever God tells you he's going to do for you, just know that he's going to do it. Stand on his word. I promise you, it will not come back nor void. I promise you it won't. Walk in your calling. Serve your purpose. Complete your assignment. I love you all. Thank you for joining me. Make sure y'all hit that like and share button, and make sure you tell your friends. And thank y'all over here on my YouTube family. I love y'all so much. And I also have my badges over here on YouTube. I'm trying to be here more. So y'all just support me by watching the videos that I upload, please. And if you feel like doing, sending me super stickers or getting a membership badge, you can. Thank you so much. I'm very grateful and appreciative of all the support that everyone gives me. I appreciate y'all so much, and thank y'all for joining me. Now I gotta get back to Auntie and check on her, honey. Y'all know her. We got movie night, so I'm trying to make sure I keep her spirits up. And then tomorrow I'm gonna go check on Micah. She didn't join us tonight, but tomorrow I know she will. So I will post her cash app up because we're gonna see if we can try to make a way so we can get her home. She don't talk about it a lot. She don't talk about, what's going on. We try not to do that. We try to handle things ourselves. But let's see if we can be a blessing to her because she need to get home. I love you all. Thank y'all for joining me. Good night.